Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Friday, February 28th, 2025. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the stocks. I'm going to take a look at the weekly chart first. That channel top at 139.98 held beautifully last week. The same formation on the daily chart you can see held for 3 or 4 days in a row last week. 138.48 daily chart is 139.98 weekly chart, both of which combine to form our price ceiling through March, and below which this was a short sale to 106.68, or at least don't be long below the upper 130s. You can go long with a settlement above the upper 130s, so for instance, longer term as we move through the second quarter and into the third, if we were to close above 139.98 or that channel top, there is a case to be made for 182.25 within a matter, I'm going to go with 3 to 5 months on that one. The daily chart actually shows a nearer term objective in the mid 160s. So if over the next week or so we were to close above 138.48, 164.59 is likely within 3 to 5 weeks. But we are nowhere near to that happening. In fact, what we are closer to happening is actually meeting our objective at 106.64 on the daily chart. Now, this is a 3 to 5 week target. 106.64 if tested over the next 3 to 5 weeks, and it's likely to be tested. It might actually be tested over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Can absorb selling on a monthly, possibly quarterly basis. If you're short from the upper 130s, low 140s, this is your profit-taking zone, 3 to 5 week swing traders, 2 to 3 week swing traders. Before I jump into the rest, I want to mention how wickedstocks.com put out 2 stock picks this week, like we do every week. Early in the week, Eli Lilly. On Thursday, Palantir. If you want to see both of those, they're right on the edge of tradable, significant plays. We always look for 20% moves or more on all of our stock picks. You can check it out at wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. In that 5-day free trial, you'll see everything that we put out, including our daily triple Q and our daily SPY analysis, our weekly Apple stock analysis, et cetera, along with our 2 stock picks every week. You'll also get next week's 2 stock picks by signing up today. That'll take you through next Thursday. So I think it'll take you next Thursday. I think so. Anyway, there you have it. So that is the big picture I've already outlined. Upper 130s resistance, having tested it, expecting 106.64 as a 3 to 5 week completed objective. And what actually occurred, today was violating the 124.63 5/8 downside Fibonacci. So that was expected. We even lightened up on that as a session containment level only. Hopefully you didn't get hurt badly. If you did, bottom pick it. On the way down today, 118.57, the high of the low, can contain intraday selling. But if you're looking for a day trade with present volatility, it really is selling 124.63 and buying 114.50. A 114.54, I believe, is the actual number. I don't know if we mistakenly rounded down there or not, but whatever the case may be, 114.54 we have here. If you want to use 114.50, be my guest. Holding below 124.63 maintains, I'd mentioned in yesterday's video, a 3 to 5 day target at 114.50. Present volatility allows this today. Breaking or opening today below 118.57 should yield 114.50 intraday, where we can place a daily low. And if we close below 114.50, and it is expected, then we should see the 106.64. There's 114.54. So I think that's the actual number. We normally are right on the money with these things. There's no rounding up or rounding down. I'm not sure how 114.50 ended up there, but I'm quite sure that 114.54 is the actual 5/8 Fibonacci. And if we close below it today, and we could, if we have another day today like we had on Thursday, that 106.64 3 to 5 week target is then likely to be tested Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. 106.64, once again, long-term support, able to contain selling through March and really through the second quarter. And from here, we can round up. As I said earlier, we can round up back to 138.48, but also perhaps all the way up to 164.59. In fact, I do need to mention that if we do test 106.68, that does allow longer-term upward continuation. Now, of course, the 3 to 5 week swing trader can go long at 106.68, then anticipating upward rotation to what is now 139.98 and dropping weekly. But if you're looking for kind of a bigger move, a longer-term investment at 106.68, I don't want to use the word investment, it'd really be more of a trade, a 2 to 3 month position trade up to 164.59 if we happen to test, that channel support at 106.64 in the coming week or two, able to contain selling through the second quarter. Once tested, we can round up to 164.59 within a matter of 2 to 3 months. And if over the next few weeks we can close above 138.48, this could be a 3 to 5 week move to the upside. No good reason to be short NVIDIA as we move through the rest of March if we were to close over the next week or so above 138.48. But for right now, we are still anticipating, the 106 handle support. That is at 106.64. And we've got a channel bottom in that same vicinity that we'll be dialing in here. You can see that if you take a trend line off these highs against this intermediate low, it's going to be right in the same vicinity. If we close today below 114.54, then we should test our targeted 106.64 within several days, where we can bottom out through the second quarter, as I say. Now, if it's not going to happen today, but if by the end of next week we close below 106.68, we enter another significant sell signal that should yield 75.78 within, under normal volatility, 2 to 3 months. But once again, we could get in kind of a meltdown phase with a settlement below 106.68, where 75.78 could be realized inside of 3 to 5 weeks. 75.78 is kind of an annual low placement structure. I could see us bottoming out there for the entire year. I don't expect it unless we close below 106.68 in the coming weeks. Until then, this is your two-sided framework through the month of March, selling the upper 130s, buying 106.68, and inside that, we've got these, Fibonacci levels, 124.63 that we closed below that actually held earlier in the week, now expecting 114.50, the 5/8, et cetera, et cetera. I think let me make one more point here, and that is, what if we close today back above 124.63? I think that neutralizes bearish momentum, and I'm going to use the word allow once again. I don't think you can expect necessarily 138.48 by the end of next week, but I wouldn't be short 3 to 5 day swing trader if we close today above 124.63, because I do think we can rally back into the upper 130s by the end of next week if that were to occur. Until then, 114.54 is our next short-term target that may be realized today, where we could place a daily low. And if we close below 114.54, you should expect a test next week of our targeted 106.64. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. You'll see this week's stock picks in Eli Lilly and Palantir, last week's, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's NVIDIA report. You have a great day.